You know, South Africa struggles with rhino and abalone poaching, but did you know that succulent smuggling is on the rise too? I didn't. That's right, conservationists are worried that the Northern Cape Karoo is being targeted for its diversity of rare succulents. They believe that since 2019 and the ensuing pandemic, there's been an increasing demand for these succulents from countries in Asia, North America and Europe. As authorities move in to confiscate thousands of poached plants, botanists and government are now working together to try and bring an end to this growing problem. Well, Rupert Koopman is the conservation manager for the Botanical Society of South Africa, and he's live from Cape Town now. Rupert, thanks so much for joining us. Why are international succulent collectors so keen on our succulents?
Morning, Annika. So it is the fact that we're blessed as a country by having 47% of the world's succulents only found in South Africa. And of that, many of them are endemic to South Africa, like those ones that you're showing. And they're intensely easy to look after. And if you're a collector, then there's a kind of Tamagotchi effect in terms of wanting to collect them all. And also they're very easy to transport. So that's why people are keen on them. There's always been a massive issue, or not that massive, but a collecting problem of people coming out to get our plants. But as you've said, from 2019, it's just escalated, and the model has changed, essentially, from it being kind of specialist-driven to much more bulk demand. So we're losing estimates of more than 1 million plants have been removed from the wild already.
So it's not a medicinal use, it's purely people who want to collect succulents.
That's right. And it almost talks about how people don't understand that removing plants from the wild is a big thing. So it's different to the poaching, other things that you've mentioned. It's more the fact that it's been under the radar for such a long time that everyone was kind of caught on the hop when it massively escalated. And now we've been working together with government on a national response strategy to address the illegal trade in South African succulents. And that brings all the stakeholders together to work on a joint issue, because the thing is, these are very remote areas, so they're very broad. It doesn't make sense to be able to police all of them. And that's why the poaching is such an issue. And the other thing is also just the socioeconomic conditions. You know, the Northern Cape is an area which is where people have been struggling. Obviously, post-COVID, that's even worse.
Rupert, just very quickly, what are the legal repercussions if you're found poaching these succulents, and what can you do to stop this problem from spreading?
So the legal repercussions are they are listed on provincial and national, and it's also international, so that would be the CITES legislation. So if you have them without permit collected, there are fines and jail time potentially. But we also want to move away from just talking about the monetary and so forth value, because it's the ecological damage and also taking away of potential things that we can be using in the green economy, for local people to be growing it for export. For tourism, I think the big issue in Namaqualand is that everyone just wants to go for the flowers, and there's beautiful things to be seen all around, and we really need to reframe that. And so our natural history and landscapes, as you can see from these pictures, are spectacular any time of the year. So we are working together with the South African National Biodiversity Institute, with the Namakwa Districts Municipaliteit, and lots of NGOs and partners to respond to this in a way which is more sensitive than conservation has been in the past. So with better communications with communities, but the key is we actually need to have a library of all the poached species in the ex situ collections. So that would be at the various botanical gardens and other undisclosed localities, because we now have to go into this kind of high security mode of not talking about where the things are. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for highlighting that for us. If it's not our animals, it's our plants. Very sad to find out that we're now having to protect them and actually put them under security. That was Rupert Koopman, a conservation manager for the Botanical Society of South Africa. Thanks again for your time.